to enter rehab, and just a few days before rehab, ask for a carton of whiskey. Can this person be trusted to keep or to stay with the rehab program? Undertaking this additional borrow would mean that the anchor is not likely to hold, and it would compromise the objective of fiscal consolidation and debt sustainability. Given Ghana's economic situation, this bailout program will require a commitment to fiscal discipline that will test the resolve of any government in any developing country, such as ours. And it is important that the government understands what it has signed up for. We should all be prepared for some painful adjustments. To give legal backing to the process of fiscal consolidation, the government is likely to be required by the IMF to pass a fiscal responsibility law. A fiscal responsibility law will require governments to declare and commit to a fiscal policy that can be monitored. It includes rules and provisions for transparency and sanctions. Mr. Chairman, in my lecture last year and earlier in November 2013, when I delivered the Aliyu Mahama Memorial Lecture, I offered the same piece of advice to government, but the Minister of Finance responded that it was not necessary. Today, because it is the IMF offering the solution, the government response is that it is very necessary. Mr. Chairman, to prevent the runaway printing of money by the central bank to finance the large deficits of government, the IMF is requiring that Bank of Ghana reduces its lending to government to zero by 2016. Zero. This means that in 2016, Bank of Ghana would not be allowed to lend even a peso to the government. During my lecture last year, I offered similar advice. I cautioned that the printing of money was too much. The bank responded that it wasn't the case. But today the IMF is offering the same solution, and they agree with it. Bless you. As the IMF has stated, government would be required to remove all subsidies on utilities and petroleum products. This will require, obviously, will cause a lot of hardships. The removal of subsidies will also mean a strict implementation of the automatic price adjustment formula for utilities and petroleum. I would like to urge the government to publish all the elements of the automatic price formula so that we can all monitor.
We'll raise them. You know, economic questions don't change over time, so he can answer the same questions. He posed them. He's the great economist. He will be able to answer them. He's there now, so he should be able to answer it. As I said, economic questions don't change over time. The same questions, maybe the answer will change. He will offer us the responses.
So you want him to answer his own questions, the 77 questions he posed to you?
Well, so they are not on-steam questions for him, so he should be able to answer because he's seen the questions, so it's not. No, I think that there are serious issues in the economy that we need to tackle. It is not the grandstanding, and that is important. It is getting the serious issues resolved.
Where I want to see us go in the next few years is to move public transport completely from a dependence on petrol and diesel to fully electric vehicles. That is really where Ghana ought to go.
He'll bring it to bear. We are vice president. You head the economic management committee of the country. Into economic policies now will be driven by you, and also you will be directed by you. I know, say he's competent in that area. He's got the focus. He's got the mindset. He's got the experience in macroeconomics, and even as a general academician. Oni mejuma ejuma ne ye, ena onoso ewo adwempa ne akomapa.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame.
This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi, inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country. If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time.
Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
Right, hello, good morning, and welcome to the show. This is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. It's a Tuesday, the 6th day of February 2024. By His grace, we're live and we're here. We're yet another edition of the show. Our gratitude to go to the Most High God for the rare privilege of being alive, and of course the opportunity of having another conversation around the top stories making rounds here in our dear Republic. I'll let you into our panel for the morning's conversation shortly. But let's take a look at the front pages of our newspapers. Daily Graphic. Health alert, high-risk meningitis period. Report sore throat, headache, fever, bodily pains. Common core curriculum, science students to skip core math, integrated science. DVLA resolves online registration challenges. Registered 25,101 vehicles. 28 Greater Accra MMDC signed performance contract. The Ghanaian Times. Danger looms, Accra Central congestion worsens. Kwame Nkrumah Circle, Central Business District, hardest hit areas. Pedestrian, traders, vehicles compete for space. Protect financial data from cyber attack, VIP. Thieves vandalize ECG transformer, steal copper windings at Nkumkrom. Land Commission improves revenue by 12% in 2023. Daily Guide. NSA Director hot over 160,000 cedis. Asante Gold artifact arrive. OSP returns Cecilia Dapa's money. Don't come to make money. Yana to Mahama. The New Crusading Guide. All ghost names removed from government payroll. Controller and Accountant General. Alan hit grounds with promises. Says he has efficient economic plan. FDA boss clinches prestigious AMPRA award. Amana Sehene to celebrate 2024 Bomuche Festival. Dr. Free Akoto to speak on recent developments in Ghana's agricultural policy. Claudia Lumon hosts Ofori Chrome traditional leaders. The insight: corruption. Valentine vows to deal with canker in government. National Cathedral, why the world's most expensive pit remains abandoned. Ablakwa speaks. Cold store operators kick against taxes on electricity. Gaza, the terrorist is the Zionist occupation, says Palestine resistance leader. The Daily Statesman, Baumia outlines vision tomorrow. ICEG makes case for emissions levy. No more ghost names on payroll system. Bank of Ghana launches beta vision of microeconomic database portal. NSS, no more rice imports if. The new finder. 110.8 million cedis injected into cocoa in rehabilitating diseased farms. 40 caged in connection with attacks at Kuhubipong. Girl child education essential for national development, Samira. 500 athletes to represent Ghana at 13th African Games. Daily Post. Is Baumia coming out of hiding on LGBTQ+ today? Muslim groups ask. Next NDC government will revamp Black Stars with homegrown players, Mahama. The output of electoral processes becoming nauseating and undemocratic, Professor Jampo. The quote today says, your philosophy is weak if you separate Baumia's failures from Akufo-Addo's government, and your physics is poor if you think Baumia and Akufo-Addo are two bodies capable of moving in different directions. Dr. Omani Buama. Metrolens. I'll deal with corruption in government. Alan Shermantin. Mahama emphasizes local talent development for the Black Stars. Akufo-Addo's appointment of Owusu-Atha as MC receives praise from Nsawam NPP. Presby moderator urges forgiveness in Dr. J.B. Dankwe's family. And that's about it for the front pages. We'll be back shortly.
MTN.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say, but as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth and fresh breath.
I'm a fat missy way.
Prepare bantama.
Machasi.
It's her smile.
The fresh breath.
Me, Jidi said we use Cal 360 toothpaste. Some kind. Cal 360 toothpaste.
Guys, Kia, Cal 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector.
Onim jom kasa. Ile kosen. Cal 360 did the way.
It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
You will see so feeling kika when you know Cal 360 toothpaste. Happy smile.
Cal 360 toothpaste, anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth and fresh breath. Cal, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Discover the perfect blend of quality, modern elegance, and affordability with Kingdom Home Real Estate. At Kingdom Home Real Estate, we cater to both local and international clients, offering exceptional housing options in Ebri and Ekropong. Our properties are conveniently located, providing a tranquil atmosphere, top-notch security, and essential amenities such as electricity, water, and backup generators. Our strategic locations offer easy access to popular tourist destinations, all within a 30-minute drive from Accra. Visit us in Ekropon right after the Latte Junction or in Ebri near the Ebri Girls Senior High School. Alternatively, you can reach us Kingdom Home Real Estate, where your dream home becomes a reality.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
We are back bringing you the latest lineup from Betway. Betway starts strong with their front two with Free Play Friday and Swipe Bet. In the middle, you've got all the control with Cash Out and Build a Bet. Plus, with Win Boost, you can boost your sports bet. At the back, they have Smart Picks and the Partial Daily Jackpot.
You always get way more with Betway.
And you might see.
These adverts have been vetted and approved by
biggest car center in Ghana, offering unparalleled round-the-clock service in autos and accessories. Nadam Autofix is the biggest distributors of used tires in Ghana, offering first-grade second-hand car tires of all rim sizes at both wholesale and retail prices. We are also the leading name in car sensor diagnostics, corrections and sales of car accessories. We excel in car washing and detailing with state-of-the-art steam engine washing machines that keep water away from your engine, ensuring a clean, healthy and responsive engine. Nadam Autofix, the first name in servicing, car accessories and car washing. Visit us today and experience the world of class difference. Find us today at Asoridaho, directly opposite Dansoman KFC and the Shell filling station. For more details, you can call us on 0503 244 266 or 0535 339823. Nado Motofix, Wukwain Sunyonko Papa.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana Live on Metro TV. With me on the show this morning, I have the Honorable Deputy Minister of Energy, who's also the Member of Parliament for the Secondary Constituency, the Honorable Andrew Ejapa Mesa. Good morning.
Morning, my brother. It's been a while.
Yes. We're expecting the Honorable John Jinapoti on the show.
I suppose my own primaries and the demands of the job.
Yes.
Because I recall that I believe like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
Annie was giving me pressure that you needed me on your show.
Yes.
I couldn't make it.
Right.
Thankfully, we sailed through the primaries unscathed. So,
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
somebody was telling me that when you run unopposed, the stress of an opponent and people coming up with all manner of stories, you're saved that. But of course, you are not saved the financial commitment. Another also says that no, I mean, they would on any day take a no contest.
Well, I suppose it cut both ways. Yes, the stress when you go on oppose is relatively, less. But what the contest also does is to allow you space to engage deeper
and energize your base.
Energize the base. And so I've gone unopposed on 2 occasions, right? In 2016 and 2020. Even though the overwhelming majority of the people, including our delegates at the time, felt that, recall my earlier contest with the
Papa.
Huge figure, Papa Usankuma, in 2011. I guess that put me in pole position for 2016, and thankfully nobody else showed up. And so in 2016, 2020, of course, the euphoria was obviously in favor of the NPP in 2016, and in 2020 it was there as well. So you get people who, because of time, have become disoriented, they become disappointed, they feel disillusioned, if you like. And so it's important that you then engage them, try and see how you rally them to, prepare for the election. And the contest gives you that, especially for a place like Secondary. It was obvious that I was going to come up tops. I could have, if you like, taken a relaxed position. But I felt that, look, you never take anything for granted. And so I went out there, forcefully campaigned, met the delegates on 3 or 4 occasions. Yes, I did all electoral areas.
How many delegates?
481.
481.
Okay. 481. I did all electoral areas, met the youth organizers alone, met women's organizers, met secretaries, met chairmen, met the constituency executives and patrons. Post that, I did another general meeting. I'd done 1 general meeting earlier. And so I took it with all the seriousness that it deserves. And I guess that the reward was clear. 463.
Out of what? 463?
Yes.
Out of?
I got 400 and my opponent got 63.
400?
Yes. So
that's mean.
It was a sweet victory. But of course, the elections are over and we are putting ourselves together to face our friends in the NDC. I look forward to an exciting period between now and December. Thankfully, His Excellency the Vice President is going to outline his vision tomorrow. I expect that he would chart his path. One of the headlines.
We'll come back and speak about
very
that.
well.
I'll take
very
your
well.
views on
very
that.
Well.
But the Honorable John Abdullah Jinapo has also joined us here. You went on a post, right?
Yes, I went on a post.
Okay. For the second time? Or
for the second time.
Okay.
So the first time I had stiff opposition. I mean, we were 3. I think I got around almost 90%.
When you were 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Second one, I went on a post, and this time too.
What's the strategy that you guys use to scare off opponents?
First of all, the truth is that my constituency is very vast.
Okay.
It's not easy to go around the constituency.
Yape Kusogu.
It's the largest constituency in Ghana now.
Land size.
In terms of land mass.
Okay.
And it's very difficult to navigate. Moreover, when I was minister, when you're a minister, you have some influence. Because when I was in office, we had about 4 communities with electricity. Today, we are around 100 communities. And almost all the towns that have been connected were towns that we pushed during our time.
But was it not your place that the president went and he said that he was disappointed they don't have a secondary school? They asked them for a secondary school.
Yes, because...
And after all, you didn't... So you gave them light, not school?
In the 2020 elections, he went to Yape specifically.
Okay.
And promised them that when voted into office, he would give them a secondary school. He's won the election. He goes back to Yape. And the Kosogora reminds him that, Your Excellency, if you recall, you promised us a secondary school. And so if you could honor it. And he said, no, it's the fault of the MP. And that the MP didn't come to him to push him to construct the secondary school. But during our time, I can confidently tell you that we built the Impaha Senior Secondary School. We saw to the completion of the Bupe Senior Secondary School, Bupe Technical Senior Secondary School. We saw to the commissioning of the cement factory.
No, let's leave it with
we saw to the commissioning of the of the Shenot factory.
Oh, it's okay. It's just education I asked about. Secondary school. This is one D one. It's just secondary school. Secondary school. All right. Okay. So we'll come back. We'll come back.
It makes it sound as if prior to them there was no such secondary there. You know, but obviously can't be the case that.
Okay. So imagine getting rewarded for doing something you already do every single day. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, that's exactly what Momo season is all about. There's something for everyone. Download the Momo app on Play Store or App Store and use Momo Pay for your day-to-day transactions to a merchant either through the QR code or merchant ID and stand a chance of winning 1,000 cedis weekly and other amazing prizes. Our merchants are also not left out of the reward. Receive payments and win. Keep using your Momo Pay on the Momo app and get rewarded. There are lots and lots of exciting prizes for everyone. So what are we doing today? Transact more with Momo Pay and more points and win big this Momo season. Visit Momo Merchant application.mtn.com.gh for your Momo for Business account today. It's Momo season, so just Momo it with Momo Pay. Terms and conditions apply. And use Kel Kids toothpaste flavor with strawberry that gives a perfect taste for kids and makes them develop a personal attitude and love for brushing their teeth always. For your kids, Kel Kids toothpaste protects child's gum, prevents cavities, and makes the teeth strong and healthy with freshness all day. Kel Kids toothpaste is recommended for children between 2 and 6 and is a product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Sasu, and is approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. Kel Kids, happy smile. And the pains of climbing the stairs when not exercising could be challenging for all ages, but worry no more. Lifts and elevators have got you covered with the best portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators on the market today. It's a simple, self-supported elevator for both homes and offices. And guess what? It can lift your goods too. Wheelchairs can fit in and they come in 3 custom-made models. It's affordable and can be installed within 3 days. So visit Lift and Elevators at Sakuman or just call them on 0200-535-515 or send a mail to elevatorsgh@gmail.com for consultations and the best solutions in easy vertical movements. Amen Scientific and Herbal Alternative Medical Hospital is organizing a free health screening and it's open to the general public. This is a way of saying thank you to Ghanaians. The free screening includes fertility tests, stroke, diabetes, hypertension, fibroid, ulcers, hepatitis B, and many more. Note that the medical screening is free, but patients with disease conditions will pay a token for their medications. Visit them at Dominion, Snit Flats Down, or Clagon near the Shamananda Bridge and all other branches across the country. You can call Amen Scientific on 020-722-9505 or 0244-227192 to book your appointments. Amen Scientific and Alternative Medical Hospital. Allah Shafi, God is the healer. All right, Bobo. So you were making a point about Vice President Bawumia and his lecture tomorrow.
Yes. And I was indicating my expectation.
Okay.
That I expect that he would. Of course, I've had one of the headlines that you are reading, making a claim that fact that Bawumia and Akufo-Addo inextricable.
Oh, Dr. Manibo,
if you like.
It says your philosophy is weak if you separate Bawumia's failures from Akufo-Addo's government, and your physics is poor if you think Bawumia and Akufo-Addo are two bodies capable of moving in different directions.
The question really is whether the government has failed.
Okay.
Because if you come to that conclusion that the government has failed, then you are entitled to all sorts of comments that you make thereof. I don't believe that the government has failed at all. Okay, because the fact of COVID-19, the war in Russia and Ukraine, and its impact on global economic outing. It's real. It's not fanciful. It's not something that somebody has conjured. We all lived it. And we all saw the economy between 2017 and 2019, before the onset of COVID. Yes, we had challenges, no doubt. There were major financial outlay that the government had to incur. The energy sector payments, huge. Banking sector, huge. And of course, you are saddled with a global pandemic. We all knew that there was going to be an impact on our economy. The president was categorical when he addressed the good people of this country and indicated that, look, we are where we are. We don't know where this pandemic is going to take us. My prerogative as president is to ensure that I protect Ghanaian lives and livelihoods at whatever cost. We cannot focus on economic indicators during this crisis of global proportions. And so whatever it took to protect Ghanaian lives, because economy we can always bring back. At the time we knew. Okay, when we came out of COVID, we began the path of rebuilding, post-COVID economic recovery program that was outlined. Revenue measures that we put out that, look, let's all burden share and bring back our economy. We saw what happened in Parliament. Flagrantly breached the law. Public Financial Management Act, Section 22, which enjoined Parliament to do three things by 31st of December. Pass the budget, pass the revenue measures that are associated with it, and the appropriations. That's the law. We passed the budget, we passed the appropriations, which was authorization to spend, and say we will approve some of the revenue measures. The consequences is there for all of us to see. And government took a decision that, look, if these are failed and they're run by foreign investors on the economy, led to a sharp decline in the city's strength, you needed to resort to the IMF for support. How anybody concludes that that's a failure, it's up to them. But I trust the judgment of the good people of this country. Okay, we lived in this country. Mahama attributed cough in China in his 2016 State of the Nation address and before as basis for the mismanagement that he visited upon the country. He attributed it to China, global economic circumstances. So, who would debate it? I'm not so sure the Vice President is going to disassociate himself from the Akufo-Addo economy. Not at all. Because in spite of all the difficulty that we face as a nation, our lights are on. Okay, country is moving. Difficult, yes, taking serious difficult decisions. Debt, what you call it, domestic debt exchange and all that. And sometimes when I hear some of the comments, I wonder whether the indication from my brothers on the other side is this is Akufo-Addo debt. It's Ghana's debt. Look at the quantum of accumulation over time. From President Kufuor to President Mills to President Mahama, the quantum of debt that was added in dollar terms. And look at what Akufo-Addo has added and tell me how different there are. Okay, so Randy, I mean, I'm not scared about our record on the economy, development across the country. Massive education, all sectors of the economy, in spite of all the challenges. Okay, so I expect the Vice President to defend that record forcefully. And we, the acolytes, will take it out to the good people of this country for them to assess. Okay, and the talk that the two personalities are the same because they belong to the same political party and one was vice to the other makes him what his philosophy is what and his physics is what. Why? We're not in this country when former Vice President Mills, Vice President to former President Rawlings, articulated that he was his own man. And of course, when he came into government, we saw him clearly depart from the ways and workings of former President Rawlings. Mr. Mahama, the same. How then do you say that His Excellency the Vice President is necessarily cast in the mold of President Akufo-Addo? He was his Vice President, still is his Vice President. His track record is what we are going to run on. Okay, but the two individuals cannot be the same. The Vice President, on the night of his inauguration, if you like, when he won the primaries, clearly indicated that, look, this talk that I'm going to be Akufo-Addo in essence cannot be the case. I am my own man. I have my own vision. I'm going to articulate bold policies for the next chapter. Okay, and I've seen on social media talk extremely derogatory of liaison and stuff like that. Really? Randy, check the manifesto commitments of every political party in this country. And whether political parties are able to achieve all their manifesto commitments. Thankfully, an independent body does an assessment of manifestos in this country. Imani. They call it a manifesto. And every election year, they do an assessment of all the commitments that you make. Why? Has NDC ever achieved all its commitments before? Do we call them liars for their inability to achieve those commitments? How do you then attribute lying to Dr. Bawumia because some commitments that the MPP made hasn't been achieved? Indeed and in fact, if you check the percentage success in terms of achieving manifesto commitment, MPP performs way, way better. So if the fact that some commitments have not been met, and so you say Dr. Bawumia is a liar, what does that make you? Yet you turn around and say you should be voted for. Why? We didn't see your track record in government. In any event, Mr. Mahama has been president before for 4 solid years. We saw him. He was vice president before. He departed from his boss. Okay? And so, look, I always advocate. Yes, some people may introduce some sense of, vile in our politics. But we at this level, we should maintain some level of decency. Yeah, your manifesto commitments are your vision. A lot of factors can impact your ability to deliver on them or not. And they cut both ways. But I'm extremely clear in my mind that the good people of this country, when they are assessing the performance of a former president who was booted out in 2016. The other day I listened to Julius Malema that the NDC brought into Accra to come and speak. His advice is what he should be taking. Staying home and being in fact, Randy, I've argued that our constitutional construction, right, is consistent with Malema's admonition to the former president. But who am I? Let's see how it plays out in 2024. Tomorrow, I'm inviting all the good people of this country to spend some time listening to the Vice President as he outlines his vision, bold strategic initiatives that he intends to lay out. And Ghanaians, I believe, will take it in good stead, give him an opportunity to serve. Okay, and this LGBT headline that you also mentioned is surprising. The fact that some of us don't make noise on the airwaves on this subject matter, especially on our side, doesn't mean we are against it, the bill. I'm a member of the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee of Parliament. The work that we've done as a collective, of course, the people who are promoting the bill will be loudest on it. Check the amendments that have been tabled to make it a better law. Input came from the Attorney General. The majority side have made significant contribution in making that law worthy of consideration. So let it not be said, look, I'm a Christian. His Excellency the Vice President is a devout Muslim. Dictates of our religion is quite clear. So we'll hear him tomorrow. And I'm not so sure whether talk of LGBTQ will be part of our electoral discourse as some people wish. But he will lay it to rest tomorrow, I'm sure. Okay? Unfortunately, I'm not privy to the entirety of the contents, but I'm extremely certain that he will touch on all sectors of the economy. Okay? And what it is that, if given the opportunity by the good people of this country, as someone who's never been president before, to make his own contribution to the building of our country. And that'll be my expectation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boss, good morning. Let me say good morning to our viewers.
I didn't even say good morning to you.
So good morning and congratulations.
Thank you very much, my brother.
I believe that next year by now, like President Mama said, we'll be very, very busy working on transition matters and trying to correct the mess that we are inheriting. There's no doubt about that. I mean, Ajaba, you yourself, you can tell deep within you that you lose this election. I mean, you don't need a soothsayer, you don't need a magician to tell you that this country is headed in the wrong direction. I wish the MPP would be bold to take Ajapa's position. You see, this issue of it's not Bamia's fault, it's not Bamia's fault. It's not from the NDC. Viewers are watching this program, it's not from the NDC. Your own people have been saying that things are difficult, things are bad, but you cannot blame the Vice President. And there are several examples. In fact, just this week, things have gone so bad that your national organizer, not the NDC's national organizer, the MPP's national organizer, has come to say that Kenneth Oforu-Atta is making it difficult for you to win the election. I'm not saying it. You are your national organizer. He's supposed to organize your party so you can win the election. He says that this government is making it difficult for them to even campaign and that they should withdraw the emissions levy and the tax on electricity consumption immediately. This is the MPP's national organizer. So I'll be very happy. Look, Ghanaians, in short, if you summarize all what Honorable Ajapa has said, is that Bawumia and the MPP and Akufo-Addo, they've done so well to give Bawumia an extension. That's simply what he's saying. Then look, given the circumstance, their performance has been excellent. So give them another opportunity to continue in the state that you find yourself. And he said, Honorable Ajapa, you cannot force us to accept the reality that we are in this mess not because of COVID. We are not in, COVID cannot be blamed for this mess. So how come all the other countries, how come all of them, they never experienced
the kind of condition we're experiencing. Mention one country where people are paying COVID levy. Just one. You mention one. Tell me which country. They all went through COVID, so they don't want to recover. Is Cote d'Ivoire paying COVID levy? Is Nigeria paying COVID levy? You tell me just one country where they have imposed a levy called COVID recovery levy. Look, you have messed this economy. And instead of you to look in the eyes of the Ghanaians and apologize, you are here justifying the hardship you've imposed on Ghanaians. And he says that, oh, you passed the budget, but you're not implementing the revenue measures. Randy, have you not been told that the revenue measure in respect of electricity consumption will no longer be implemented?
Mm-hmm.
Are we not being told that?
Mm-hmm.
Luxury, vehicle luxury or whatever tax, was it implemented? Was it not withdrawn? So why from this issue that you've passed the budget, but you don't support the revenue measures? So you want to blame the NDC? You have passed your budget, the current budget. You want to tax electricity consumption. You found it wise to review it. So what is wrong with the opposition saying that there's so much taxation? In any case, are we not overtaxing the people of Ghana? Your own organizer is saying that you're overtaxing the people of Ghana. A lot of your leading members have told you that the taxes are just too many, Randy. I mean, why? This country, we are paying energy sector recovery levy. It never existed under President Mahama. We are paying pollution levy. It never existed under President Mahama. We are paying financial sector recovery levy. It never existed under President Mahama. We are paying COVID levy. It never existed under President Mahama. We are paying e-levy. It never existed under President Mahama. We are paying taxation now on non-life insurance. It never existed under President Mahama. We are paying emissions levy. It never existed under President Mahama. Abba. And when we tell you that you have failed, having promised us that you will move this economy from taxation to production, you say, oh, we shouldn't say it. That is the reality. And please, fellow Ghanaians, look at your living condition and make a bold decision. This election is about your living condition. The job of the vice president is cut out. He is the head of the economic management team. He is the head. He is responsible for all these taxes. His main duty is to manage the economy. Look, I just read the latest Bank of Ghana report. And it makes very interesting revelation. Dr. Addison emphasized that Bank of Ghana had to withdraw nearly 44 billion in excess liquidity from the banking system through open market operations, what we call OMO. Randy, 44 billion excess liquidity in the market. Why wouldn't inflation hit 52%? Why wouldn't inflation? The central bank itself is admitting that there was so much money to the tune of 44 billion in the economy. And when we tell you the head of the economic management team has failed, you say no, he hasn't failed. Then what is his duty? 44 billion, the size of Ghana's economy, excess liquidity. When we talk of excess liquidity, it means that you don't need that money. It's paper money that this government has printed and pumped into the system. So you are taking people's money by pumping excess liquidity into the economy. And when we complain, you say, oh, don't complain. It is normal. Look, prior to COVID, in 2019, the currency depreciated by 13%. Check it, almost 13%, 12.9. That was the sign that told you that this economy was in distress. The only thing COVID did was to nail it. You ran a deficit of 17%. No country in Sub-Saharan Africa ran that deficit in 2020, the COVID year. Only Ghana, you ran a deficit of 17%. In any case, did you suffer a haircut under President Mahama? Did Ghanaians suffer a haircut under President Mahama? Look, Mahama's administration is 10 times better than this administration. And the facts are there. Look, the facts are there. Highest inflation, highest debt to GDP ratio, excess taxation, high cost of living, I mean, every sector you take, and he says the lights were on. The fact is that when we're handing over to you, the lights were on. That's a fact. Let's settle this matter here. Am I living witness even the vice president himself? So when you have a vice president who in 2016 can boldly look in the eyes of Ghanaians and say, look, yes, doing so is over, but Mama cannot take credit. And then 2 years after, he comes back to say that no, there was doom so. That vice president is dishonest. And that's a fact. So when we talk about dishonesty, it's not even the policy issues. It's about the inconsistency. You say this today, and tomorrow the same situation, you are changing it and telling us something different. I mean, you don't need any soothsayer to tell you that, look, this economy is in the wrong direction. Your own people, Kwame Pianim and Co. I've told you that, look, this economy is in it. Anyway, if your team is doing so well, Randy, why would 88 MPs ask for the dismissal of the finance minister? You believe that you haven't failed. You believe that you've done so well. And that Ghanaians ought to credit you for doing so well. The same party, 88 MPs says that, look, the economy is in the wrong direction. And so the finance minister should be asked. That the finance minister should be booted out, not NDC MPs, MPP MPs. And yet you have the courage to come and tell us. Anyway, tomorrow, I hope that Dr. Bawumia will listen to Honorable Japa and tell Ghanaians that, look, as for me, I'm inextricable from Akufo-Addo. We've done very, very well. As head of the economic management team, we've performed better. So vote for me, so I'll continue. Let him be bold. Let him look in the eyes of Ghanaians. All this attempt to extricate him is because of the failure. There's a deliberate attempt.
There's a post I'm looking for. There have been a lot of posts by Kofi Bento in the last few days, but there's a particular one where he speaks about the vice president shouldn't appoint anybody. He should only work with persons like Kwabena Japan. There's that particular one.
Look, Randy, way back, and I've been checking Kofi Bento's Bawumia best successor to Akufo-Addo. This 1 year into the administration. 1 year. Look, Kofi Bento is not independent.
No, but he's always said that.
Yes, he's always, yes.
No,
so
he's not hiding it. So I don't want people to create the impression as if he's hiding the fact that he's a Bawumia supporter.
That is it.
He wants to see, but he has never hidden it.
Yeah.
So let's not create the impression that he's hiding it and he's being exposed. He's made it clear from day one.
From day one.
But the point I'm making is that responses like this from Dr. Mani Buama has to do with his posturing as far as, when I say his, I mean Kofi Bento, as far as Dr. Bawumia's bid is concerned, and the fact that he seeks to distance him from government. He seeks to make the point that a vice president is virtually, he didn't say useless, but a vice president really doesn't do anything, he doesn't wield any power, he doesn't have any influence, he doesn't do anything. And so, and then that other post about how the government has failed completely and that he shouldn't use anybody apart from people like Kwabena Japan.
I get your point.
Yes.
But you see,
so no, I'm just saying that it is statements like that that then elicit this point about you cannot.
And even beyond that, this is the same Kofi Bento who was praising the vice president for initiating policies and programs.
Okay.
That is my point.
Okay.
That's the point I'm making.
Okay.
This same man in 2018 said that, look, Dr. Bawumia is the best person to succeed Akufo-Addo because he's doing so well as head of the economic management team. So what has changed? It's the consistency. That's
where, for a person who doesn't have any influence at all, cannot influence anything, is not in charge of anything, is not responsible for anything, how is the person adjudged the best vice president ever?
That is the point.
Maybe for being silent.
I'm saying that in 2018, Kofi Bento's position was that the man has excelled because he's implemented so many policies, that he has developed so many policies as head of the economic management team. and that the economy was doing better because of this same man. Today, the economy is doing worse, and he says no. To the extent that he says that when he advised Ken, he doesn't take it. You know, Kofi Benton said that.
Yes.
He openly said that, look, when the vice president advises Ken Ofori-Atta, Ken doesn't implement the vice president's suggestion. That is why the economy is in a mess. And that, yes, the economy is in a mess, but don't blame Dr. Bawumia. Extricate him, blame Ken Ofori-Atta and the rest of the team. And then when Dr. Bawumia assumes office, he shouldn't work with A, B, C, D. He should rather work with. And I said, that's double standard. He lacks principle. And for such a person, Ghanaians should not take him serious. Because in 2018, you had the same position. In 2024, when things are getting tough and you know Bawumia is on the way to losing the election, you want to beat a retreat and set different standards. That kind of double standard inconsistency ought not to be encouraged in our body politics. I should take Honorable Japa's position. He says that Dr. Bawumia has done very well as head of the economic meeting. And that all the things we are witnessing today, Dr. Bawumia is part of it, and that he's done very, very well. So let that be the position. Then look, the MPP maintains that, look, they've done very well. The economy, whether in a good shape or not, you can tell, but they claim they've done very well and they deserve an extension. So that the debate is settled. But this attempt to hoodwink Ghanaians, to deceive us, and create an impression that only Dr. Bawumia, he is the only saint. The rest in government, they are so bad. Look, this electricity levy, we told you was approved in cabinet.
I mean, before it finds its way,
it goes to the economic management team.
The budget, it would have gone through all that process.
All these taxes we are witnessing, they will go to the economic management team. That's a fact. Deny it. Say that all these things, the head of the economic management team, he has no knowledge of it. Look, you will know who do it.
No, but it comes to
cabinet.
The budget comes to cabinet. It's discussed at cabinet.
You will know who
because it's the president's budget. It's not the finance minister's budget.
That is it. No. Approved by cabinet. And the president has his head of the economic management team, the economic guru, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who has failed woefully. He has failed woefully. Woefully. This is the man who told us he doesn't even believe in e-levy. Before the 2020 elections, he said he doesn't believe in e-levy. The next time he's implementing e-levy, when we talk about his inconsistency, he says it's about manifesto promise. Nobody's talking about manifesto promise. We are talking about an inconsistent vice president who you cannot trust. Let this man go home. Vote against the MPP. Let them go home. Let them go into opposition, reflect on their tenure. They will learn some lessons. That is the fact about life. Let them go home. They've had enough. 8 years of mismanagement, 8 years of incompetence, 8 years of blame game, 8 years of shifting the post, not addressing the issues, not tackling the issues, always trying to parry it, and all of a sudden, you think that you can whitewash Dr. Bawumia and present him to us. You can even put a cassock on him. We'll vote against him. Let this man go home. Reflect on his bad stewardship. Next time he has the opportunity, he won't take you ordinary Ghanaians for granted. Thank you, Randy.
All right, so let's take a break. When we come, we'll continue. We'll be back shortly.
So many styles to choose, but there's only one sure way to pay. Momo? Yes!
MTN.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ambedu.
Good afternoon, Mr. Asari.
How is business doing?
My business is collapsing.
Why is your business collapsing?
I sold my products and services to my clients on credit, and my debtors are not paying their debts.
Have you heard of Rosic Consult Limited, a debt recovery company operating in all the 16 regions of Ghana?
Not at all.
Mr. Ampadu, all you need to do is to contact them on their customer service line. I recommend Rosic Consult Limited, a debt recovery company to financial institutions, businessmen and businesswomen, other companies, and also individuals. Rosic Consult has 98.4% debt recovery rate. We have professional debt recovery managers. You are assured of swift debt recovery. No recovery, no commission. For Rosic Consult Limited, no more write-offs. And we pre-finance the recovery ourselves.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
Hello, my friends. My name is Calcate Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush.
Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger.
Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Calcates. Happy smile.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say, but as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
To help meet your business and private printing needs successfully, we have just the right products and services. At Appointed Time Printing Limited, we specialize in digital printing, offset printing, packaging and security printing. Our innovative designs and complete professional touch on our print products such as printing is the solution.
We are back bringing you the latest lineup from Betway. Betway starts strong with their front 2 with Free Play Friday and Swipe Bet. In the middle, you've got all the control with Cash Out and Build a Bet. Plus, with Win Boost, you can boost your sports bet. At the back, they have Smart Picks and the partial daily jackpot. You always get way more with Betway.
For over 20 years of serving the world with herbal and alternative medicine, we've been successful in treating complicated medical conditions with a perfect combination of herbal and alternative methods of treatments like homeopathy, naturopathy, reflexology, and many more. We deliver excellent and effective service to people from all walks of life through scientific and traditional means. We have a well-equipped laboratory with advanced diagnostic and treatment devices to help detect your illness so we know the right medication to be given. At Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital, we are proud manufacturers of our own herbal medication. Our zeal and passion to save lives with our patients at heart and outstanding achievements since 1996 has won us several awards. That is why we say, go herbal, go amen. We are located everywhere in all the regions. Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital. Allahu Shafi, God is the healer.
Okay, what's up?
How far with your internship?
To be honest, I'm so nervous about starting this new role on Monday.
Oh, please. I know you'll be great at it. You should be worried about what benefits they have. Example, do they have health insurance?
I doubt they will have that for internet. But no shaking. I have NHIS already.
Ask your son a line, tin.
Ina, look at you. What are you going to do in the office when you can just download your app to register for an NHIS membership?
Yes, my people. You heard right. You can now download and register your membership on my NHIS app. No long queues or tedious paperwork. All you need is your Ghana card to register for yourself and for others. Once you register, you get a new digital NHIS card on your phone. My NHIS app gives you access to credentialed health facilities and services across the country. NHIS covers over 95% of disease conditions in Ghana. Access to healthcare just got easier.
Now let me sign up quickly. Please, Seth, I'm starting work next month.
Yes. Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Still with me on the show, I have Andre Japamesa and John Abdullahi Jinapo. Well, what does wealth mean to you? Do you want to live like a tycoon? Remember, I was God the Mola, God the Power. Ghana's newest lottery game draws live on Adom TV at 9 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. daily. Now pick up your phones, tablets, and computers and download the Game Park Games app on Play Store. You can also play on their website at www.gameparkgames.com or by dialing *946# on all networks. Just choose 4 numbers from 0 to 9. It's easy to play and easy to win. Charlie, make we play this game and make some mola. Nobody beats our odds in Ghana. Game Park Games, more mola, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority and is not for persons under the age of 18. Play responsibly. And ISOCO, Betway's cash out just go way better. The enhanced early partial and auto cash out feature lets you cash your bets out early, cash out a portion of your ongoing bets, or even set your bets to cash out automatically. All this to give you way more control over every thrilling bet you place. Sign up today at betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. This is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana and is not for persons under the age of 18. Betway, get way more. And the charcoal has essential medicinal properties that help remove toxins from our bodies. The natural absorptive property of charcoal helps to remove the bacteria that produces bad breath in the mouth, hence giving you a fresh breath. Kel Charcoal toothpaste has been formulated and produced under strict hygienic conditions with all the necessary production protocols and has been approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. Constant use of Kel Charcoal toothpaste gives you a good fresh breath, whiter teeth, reduces dental plaque, makes the gum healthy and strong, prevents cavity, upset stomach and hangover, and so on. Kel Charcoal toothpaste is recommended for adults and children from 6 years and above. Kel Charcoal toothpaste for white teeth and fresh breath all day. This is another quality product from Samara Company Limited. Kel Charcoal toothpaste, happy smile. And whoever you are, whatever you do, wherever you go, drink Angel Cola, your key to enjoyment. Angel Cola. Love it. Ready for something refreshing, great tasting with excellent flavors? Onya, you've got varieties to choose from. Angel Orange for that special occasion. Angel Mango. Angel Peach, refresh your mood. Angel Apple Lime. Angel Drinks produce vitality and maintain fluid in normal balance. Angel Drinks, refreshing, invigorating, and exciting. Angel Drinks are produced by Adonko Soft Drinks Beverages Limited. Angel Drinks day, and this is recommended for all, including children. You can reach Adongo Soft Drinks Beverages Limited on 0244 832286 and 0507878668. Terms and conditions apply. And if you're looking for that home app the Ebri Hills, and of course, Ekropon Kwapim. You need to be speaking to Kingdom Home Real Estate. They provide quality but affordable housing facilities for sale. And these facilities are located at the serene environment of Ekropon and Ebri. They are just a 30-minute drive from Accra and provide a modern touch of comfort. We also provide high standard security service plus CCTV, standby generators, constant water supply and electricity. They're also surrounded by lovely tourist sites such as the Ebri Botanical Garden, Booty Falls, Safari Valley Resort, etc. All you need to do is to pay 70% upfront and spread the remaining 30% within a 2-year period with no interest payment at all. You can locate the Ebri properties close to the Ebri Girls School and the Ekropon properties right after Latte Junction. You can reach them on 0559 761 144 or 0555 621 611, or visit their website at www.kingdomhomerealestate.com, and also you can check out their Facebook page. Oh,
yeah.
Yes, let's continue.
Andy, it's interesting how my good friend makes reference to economic data, says that we have performed terribly, okay, and cites the exchange rate depreciation of 2019 to indicate that that was the year that we began a slippery slope, if you like. Forgetting to add that indeed, yes, we had an exchange rate of 12.3 in 2019, but 6.4 in 2020. Okay. But if you look at the data post COVID-19 or COVID-19 and the data pre-COVID-19, Randy, it's interesting. In 2011, the exchange rate depreciation was 5.5%. In 2012, 16.2%. 2013, 8.2%. 2014, 32.8%. 2015, 20.6%. 2016, 5.7%. 17, 9.9%.
2016 what?
5.7.
5.7.
Yes. 2017, 9.9. 2018, 5.3. And 2019, 12.3. Of course, 2020 was 6.4. So if you look at pre-COVID-19, who managed the exchange rate better? With your 32.8 in 2014 and 20.6 in 2015. That's proper economic management, right? Look at the GDP data too for that period. Okay, 2012, 9.2%. 2013, 7.31. 2014, 2.86. 2015, 2.12. 2016, 3.37. 2017, 8.13. 2018, 6.20. 2019, 6.51. Pre-COVID. GDP growth rate from 2012. Who managed the economy better? Yet you sit here and you think that Ghanaians are so gullible. Look, 2020 was an exceptional year. Fact. Of course, I've been on your show and I've admitted that, look, the impact of COVID on Ghana, Nigeria, Burkina Faso, and all the other countries that are neighboring countries can never be the same. Why? Because your circumstances are different. In 2018, 2019, the extraordinary expenditure that this government incurred, Togo, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, did not incur that cost.
Which one is that?
The energy sector payments and the banking sector. No country in the sub-region had to deal with that extraordinary expenditure. So how do you expect that the impact of COVID on you that had to deal with those issues be the same as Togo and Burkina Faso? It's comparing apples and oranges. These are matters of fact.
So let me understand you. Are you saying that it is those two payments were the reason why Ghana's economy was battered?
I haven't said so. I'm saying that the impact of COVID on Ghana and the sub-region that you compare, it cannot be the case that you make that comparison. Because you had your own peculiar issues that you were dealing with. Recall the below the line reporting. What was it about? They accused government of hiding figures. The IMF came to say, hey, that's not true. Tona Mama, the IMF representative at the time, you were on Joy FM when he called.
He never said so.
He said so.
I was there.
But I listened to this. What are you talking about? What is that?
I'll show you the figures.
The stories are here.
I'll show you the figures.
What was it at the time?
I'll show you the
please,
figures.
JJ, you were sitting here. When you were talking, I was here. Right here. I never opened my mouth.
So how?
Thankfully, during that period, by the grace or graciousness of the chairman of the Committee of Finance, I was a friend of the Finance Committee. What was the below the line reporting? All that government sought to do and say to Ghanaians was that, look, this is my regular budget that I manage on a year-by-year basis. I have incurred some extraordinary expenditure that was not planned. And so to enable me report on my performance regular, as opposed to the impact of this extraordinary expenditure on my performance, I'm going to separate the two. Okay, regular budget and the extraordinary expenditure in the same document that was presented to Parliament. Yet, they went out through all sorts of accusations. Look, the politics, it is the way it is. As to whether it helps our cause
But
as
I'm
a nation.
intrigued about something.
Please.
something. Two things. In November of 2020, I'll look for it and pull it out. The governor of the Bank of Ghana was reported to have said that he believes that the below the line must be reported above the line.
I don't have a problem.
Please. Just
please.
hold on. One. Two, the same IMF that you say agreed with the below the line. The same IMF does not accept all
Randy,
those things
you are not listening to me.
below the line.
You are not listening to me. You are not listening to me.
Okay. Please.
I said they accused government of hiding figures.
Okay.
Okay, but was any figures being hidden?
But what was the effect of the below the line?
That's what I've explained to you.
That was
it was in the budget.
We have a lower debt.
No.
So what was the deficit?
No.
What was the deficit?
Because both figures were reported in the budget.
It's not true.
It is. Read it. Look, that this is our regular expenditure pattern, this is our revenue pattern, and this extraordinary expenditure that we have incurred. We are reporting it below the line, of course, with an amortization program that then enables us pay off. The view by the IMF and some, of course, central bank governor, which subsequently government agreed, was that, look, your debt is your debt. Okay, putting it together or separating it. And I still insist that separating it would have helped us all in properly evaluating the performance of the government. To date, I think that below the line reporting should have been maintained. So everybody can see clearly. And Randy, I use our own personal circumstances as an example. You earn an income at the end of every month, right? That you use to support your family. If some emergency occurs at home that you require some debt to deal with, you borrow to deal with it. Why? That would impact your regular monthly flows. But your regular monthly flows are what it is, and your expenditure is what it is. You will still be paying that extraordinary expenditure that you've had to incur to deal with that situation at home. Does that make you a worse manager or a bad manager of your household income? But it's your debt. But I'm saying your 10,000 Ghana cedi that you earn at the end of the month that you use to pay for everything else is still there. But if you get 50,000 debt,
So
you deal with it.
So, for example,
so I'm saying, yeah, please.
If you get unplanned revenue, why don't you report that as below the line revenue? A revenue which is not normal, it's unplanned.
So crude oil, you wanted 1 billion, you got 1.4 billion.
But of course, it was reported in the budget.
But not as below the line.
But
it was consolidated.
Wait, Randy. That's not confusing. I'm saying that every budget figure that you put there for crude oil is only a forecast. Depending on the market circumstances, it will change.
The same as
okay, no, it can never be. No.
How?
Why? Your expenditure, paying school fees, rent, what you call it, electricity bill and all that. That's your expenditure. Yes. But if you have a surgery that you have to perform, that you have to incur $50,000 to do, is it your expenditure? Is it regular?
It is not.
Precisely.
Yes.
And that's exactly what the government encountered during that period. I'm saying that.
So, Bobo. The first year that you encountered that thing, you did not budget for it. So it was abnormal, it was irregular. How can something that now you know about in an ensuing financial year,
and tell Parliament
and in an ensuing financial year, in a subsequent financial year, 2 years on, you still say that it is unexpected and planned.
No,
and therefore you report it that way.
No, that's not the intendment of that reporting. But of course, until you deal with that extraordinary expenditure, it's still extraordinary.
Even when you are now fully aware.
No matter the period. Yes, of course you are aware, but you've incurred it. Why? If you perform the surgery, is it not cause that you've incurred?
Yeah, but
it's not extraordinary.
No, but
it's not going to impact your 10,000 Ghana cedi that you earn monthly anyway.
How?
How is it going to impact it? Your income.
If your
I'm not talking of the debt, Randy.
Yes, but what?
I'm saying the debt that you have, that extraordinary expenditure that you've incurred.
Yes.
It's cost that you deal with until you finish dealing with it.
Yes.
But I'm saying that your income is what it is.
Yes.
Your rent, your water bill, your electricity won't change.
If in the course of the year you get a bonus which is not expected, or you get an increment in your salary which is not expected.
Of course, you retire part of it.
It's still not.
No, you
it's
can
still
retire
not your revenue.
You can retire part of it, but I'm saying that how is that even an expectation that is not set? Okay, of the bonus that you make reference to, it's not certain.
It's not.
If your company doesn't make profits, nobody's going to pay you a bonus. Yes. But that cost that you've incurred to deal with that situation is still there until you finish paying for it. That's why I'm saying that it is my position that government should have maintained that reporting.
So why do you create contingency and contingency funds and all that? Why do you create that?
Contingency fund is intended to deal with normal unanticipated expenditure, but this was huge. In fact, the 3 items, okay, of energy sector, banking sector cleanup, and COVID alone, I can give you the figure, and how much you have expended on all the key government, flagship programs, okay, in the region of about 15 billion over the 4-year period to COVID.
15 billion cedis.
Yes.
Okay.
As opposed to the 52 or 53 billion that you had expended on these 3 items. And if you juxtapose these 2 figures, then you see the real impact of those amounts of money that government had to incur. But I'm saying that, yes, it is your debt because you had to borrow to deal with it. Burkina Faso didn't have that problem. Togo did not. And so the impact of COVID on you that already is done with those expenditures cannot be compared to Togo. That's what the point that I'm making. Okay, so please look. I didn't say that we haven't got a challenge economy or that things have been kosher. I'm saying that the good people of this country will take a step back and ask the questions. But how is it that the government that was growing our GDP at average 7% between 2017 and 2019, compared to Mr. Mohammed's of what 2 point whatever, 3 and 3.7? How come that the government all of a sudden is reeling?
But didn't we know
that what?
That, for example, as we speak today,
yes,
we see the newspapers publish that the IMF and the World Bank say that next year Ghana's economy will grow at XYZ on the basis of ABCD.
Yes.
I sat here in 2018 2016 actually, the same IMF and the World Bank and all these agencies were making those projections that on the back of the 2 new oil fields that were coming, those projections were made not by a Ghanaian newspaper, but the same IMF and the World Bank. They were projecting higher growth figures.
No problem. Let's go back.
No, let me finish.
I know where you're going. No, let's go back to 2009.
No, let me finish. I am not disputing the fact that you always have a carryover of these things.
Thank you.
No, hold on. I am raising the issue because you seem to make the case that there was something exceptionally done to the economy which was hindered by events of 2020. And I'm just telling you that the 2017-2018 projections, in 2015-2016 especially, we were made known of those projected growth figures as we are being made known about 2025, 2026 today. And we were told that these were going to happen on the back of A, B, C, D, E, F. So we knew. That's just the point I was making.
I don't have a problem at all.
All right.
Let's go back to 2009.
Yes, same situation.
Same situation?
Same situation.
All right, and they claim credit for the 14.05 growth in 2011.
Yes.
So why are you questioning the statement I'm making?
I'm not. Listen, no, I'm not. The
people who describe the discovery in commercial quantities of oil as a jungle.
You're missing the point.
I get the point 100%.
Yes, you're missing the point.
I'm saying that governments are continuing.
Because I have not.
What transpired during your era is your achievement.
In speaking with you,
yes,
I have not said that something happened in 2009 and was not attributed to some work started in 2008. I am speaking directly to the point you make that there was something stellar that happened 2017, 2018, 2019, and that it was COVID that then changed that thing. And I'm just telling you that if you make that comparison, like today, we know what our growth figure for 2023 is.
Projected.
2023.
Yes, that's actual.
Yes.
Even that I think we will get the actual figure in March.
Yeah,
also, right.
2024, 2025, 2026, they are projections.
Yes.
And the projections are made on the basis of some things.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway. Let him finish.
So I'm saying that it's not as if everything is perfect. No. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gone through the domestic debt exchange. Very difficult decision. But you needed to do it. Okay? Because of where your...
What sent us there? How did we get into that situation?
Everything,
to go and do a DDP?
Everything, including the debt that Mr. Mahama contracted.
Okay.
Why? Is it only Akufo-Addo's debt that took us the domestic debt exchange?
Okay.
Is it only Akufo-Addo's debt? It's the total debt stock of Ghana. That government said that, look, this thing is becoming unsustainable. And so we need to restructure because of all the expenditures that we've incurred, for which has become aggravated because of this global pandemic. And so let's restructure our debt. Not a part of our debt, our entire debt. Which includes the debt that Mr. Mahama contracted, Mr. Kufuor contracted, Mr. Rawlings contracted, Mr. Mills contracted. So it's a total debt of Ghana that has been restructured, and the process hasn't even ended. But I'm saying that these are decisions that the government has had to take. Out of the blue.
No, my problem with that.
Yes. Is it out of the blue that we just woke up one day
yes. Why I
asked, were triggers.
Why I asked that question is that, Bobo, at the Ministry of Finance, and you are in government, you've been part of the finance committee, there is a dashboard of Ghana's debt. At every point in time, the people at the Ministry of Finance are fully aware of what Ghana's debt is as of today.
Yes.
Anytime Ghana decides to go and take on any other debt and is plugged in, the effect or impact of that debt is there for everybody to see.
Precisely.
Yes. So at every point in time that you take on debts, you know the effect, you know the impact.
Yes.
And from 2018, JJ and his group in Parliament, they kept making the point about unsustainability, where we are getting to. We're told about reprofiling. A lot of adjectives were used to show that no, it is not true.
Yes.
And that we are doing things differently. And we will not get into that kind of debt distress that they are talking about until the declaration of bankruptcy occurred. So the point I'm making to you is that yes, it is about the totality of Ghana's debt at a particular point in time. But a government from when it assumed office knew exactly what Ghana's debt was.
Yes.
They knew the implications, whether it is about interest payment or amortization. Anytime they took on a new debt, they knew what the implication would be.
Yes.
So 5 years on, when we get into the situation of DDEP, the government cannot turn around and say that it is about all Ghana's debt.
No. You see, Randy, you see, the point that I'm making is this, that, of course, I've indicated, and every objective Ghanaian who is following this program will know that I've indicated that 2020 was an exceptional year, where the president himself indicated to the good people of this country that, look, where we are, we cannot focus on economic numbers. In fact, across the world, UK, Germany, United States, governments threw away economic indicators and focused on saving lives. And the president indicated that, look, whatever decision that we are taking today will have impact that we know how to deal with going forward. These are matters of fact. And the consequences of that is what we are dealing with. But I'm saying that the impact on Ghana cannot be the same as the other countries that he's making reference to, because of our own peculiar situation. What have I said that is not factual? So yes, you knew that the rate of debt accumulation, and it's indeed the case that government was managing the rate of debt accumulation until the point where, look, and Randy, I asked the question.
Yeah.
I've heard some talk about, oh, you needed 9 billion to deal with the banking sector problem. Where's the document that confirms that? And it's not as if the NDC did not attempt to deal with the banking sector crisis. They did. Because they knew the problem as far back as 2013. What was their solution? They provided liquidity support to banks that they squandered in broad daylight. Right? So, it cannot be the case that the decision that the Akufo-Addo government took to then consolidate some of the banks and put Capital Bank and UT Bank under the management assumption of Ghana Commercial Bank was wrong. But it came with cost. Huge cost. The energy sector bonds that we had to raise. You had a scenario where the bills were accumulating. Yes, you have passed the law to raise revenue to deal with it in trickles. Government says, look, I cannot go ahead and pay trickles when these people are on my neck. So let's raise bonds to pay down significantly that debt, so that the trickles that will come in by way of the ESLA proceeds will be used to service that debt. But it's a debt that was sitting on your books. So if COVID hits and your situation is compounded, how is that mismanagement? Okay. And I'm saying that the good people of this country will assess all that. They will look at the totality of all that the government has had to endure and take a decision in the light of the performance pre-COVID relative to Mr. Mohammed's, where we slept in darkness. Look, Randy, I've said here, this is actual demand-supply balance. Actual.
What is that?
I'm coming. I'm coming again. I will come again and again and again. Because you see,
several days ago,
I won't learn anything. Because you can't teach me anything. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm saying to you that we had excess generation in Ghana in 2015. Let anybody dispute it. We had excess generation in 2014. We had excess generation in 2013 and 2012. Fact. And we slept in darkness. Why? We couldn't afford to buy fuel.
Okay.
Let anybody dispute it. What are we talking about? The data is there. I have here.
You brought fresh data.
Oh, I've always had it.
Can you share with me?
Oh, I can give it to you. You can keep it.
He wants another match.
Okay? These are matters of fact.
Okay.
So let's not kid ourselves. Yes, we've gone through a really challenging situation.
Let me give it a bit.
Yes.
Ask me the question.
So you mean in 2015, Akosombo could produce 900 megawatts?
What, did you hear what I said?
Is that what you're saying?
I'm asking you, did you hear what I said, that this is actual?
I said, so this is actual.
I'm saying that this is actual demand supply. Actual.
I just asked a simple
But the answer that I gave you, you cannot comprehend
the
English.
capacity.
I'm saying to you,
Because
this
you
is
put
actual.
it here, dependable capacity.
That what?
That's it. Look, 900 Akosombo. I'm asking you, is that your position?
That is actual.
900.
Yes.
Let me put the Energy Commission's.
What are we talking about? I'm not talking projection.
No projection, actual.
Yeah, put the actual.
That in 2015, Akosombo actually produced 900. That's his position.
Is from Energy
So I
Commission.
dispute it here.
What are we talking about?
You see, he will always bring himself. You finish and I'll pull it for you.
Surplus of 909 megawatts in 2015.
Book no lie.
Book no lie.
But you don't. This document is from Energy Commission. Okay, so please. Yes, we've gone through a very challenging period. No doubt at all. The president himself has admitted it. The finance minister has consistently, and I've indicated to Ghanaians that look, we are where we are as a result of all the things that has happened to us as a country. Way forward is what? That's what is of critical importance to the people of this country. What's the way forward?
Okay.
And these are the measures that we are putting in to ensure that the economy takes a turn for the better. We are not there yet, but at least the signs are clear on the wall that we are getting there. And that's the hope that the good people of Ghana have in this government compared to yours. We lived through it. We know it. It's not new. Okay? We lived through it.
We are here.
We are here, let's be here.
What is that?
Overview of great power supply. Look, let me just show it to viewers so that they will know what we're talking about. This is the original document.
Show the document to Bobo first.
Bobo,
yes.
This is the document. Energy Commission 2016 Energy Outlook for Ghana. Akosombo Hydro. Average available.
You can show it to the camera now. The camera.
Is that was Outlook?
Yes. This no.
Like
Not projection. Yes. 2016. So 2016 gives you actuals of 2015 and projects for 2016.
Okay.
Available.
Yes.
This is it. This hydro.
Yes.
Akosombo 375. You see?
Let me look at it. Why? You have given me my document. Give it to me. Let me look at it.
Overview of
give it to him.
It's here. Check it.
Let me take the document. Why? Am I going to take your?
You see, they go and give him this concocted document. Concocted document. That 900 was produced in 2015. How was 900 megawatts producing? You see, he's confused.
I'm not confused. I'm comparing the data.
Compare.
No, of course. What are you talking about?
This, and you still come back with this. Next thing I settle it with you. I told you don't do that again.
Yeah, Randy.
Yes.
Total installed in 2015 was.
We're talking about Akosombo.
Oh, wait.
I asked a specific question. Don't
there is a summation of all the generation.
No, you've given me a table. I've seen Akosombo. I don't have time. I just saw Akosombo. It pricked my mind because I've read the documents. And I took Akosombo. I've given you the evidence, the document from Energy Commission.
You haven't given me any evidence. You say it's not generation capacity. Oh, wait. Why?
Let me walk you through it again. Bring it and
walk us through.
Let me walk you through. See. Overview of great power supply.
Tell me so the camera can.
Generation plants, hydro plants, Akosombo. What will be available if Akosombo is working is 900. That's what he has. So you can see 900 here. But average available, what was actually produced in 2015, 375 megawatts. Take this your document somewhere.
No. Bring it. Bring the document.
See.
What's the total for 2015?
Oh, please. Let's settle
3,174. Look, this
is asking another question.
This is document from Energy Commission.
So, Bobo, what's the next question?
An analysis of all the actual demand and supply balances from 2015 to 2022.
Do you know about this document?
Yes, I know about this.
No, it's online.
Yeah.
Just Google.
Yeah, it's online.
Oh, it's online. It's an official document. But to do your Excel sheet with concocted figures. Please. But let me even deal with the issue.
Just hold on. For those who are watching us,
please,
if they go, hold on. For those who are watching us, if they go on the internet now,
they'll find it.
Will they find JJ's document?
It's there.
Will this data be there?
Yes, it will be there.
So how do we reconcile that with what you are holding?
We have to find out from Energy Commission, but I'm saying that this is an analysis that was done by Energy Commission.
Yeah, but my question is that
all the data that is available.
Yeah, but my question is that.
So I'm coming.
Yes.
I'm coming. Every year they project the power that every system that is installed is going to be able to generate.
Yes.
But at the end of the year, the actual figures are then made available.
Yes.
This is actual demand supply balances from 2015 to 2022.
But the point I'm making is that as we speak now, I go on my tablet. The document JJ is holding is what is there now, put there by the Energy Commission.
Yes.
True or false?
In 2000, what was it? It depends on when it was uploaded.
No, it's now. Even now.
No, I'm saying right now.
But if they upload the data for 2022, they don't want to pull it down in 2025 and replace it.
Energy Commission.
It's going to be there.
Please, Energy Commission 2016 Energy Outlook for Ghana. Final.
Energy Outlook.
Just Google it, you see.
Yes.
You see what they do is that they take the 2015 outtakes.
Yes.
Based on the 2015 outtakes and what you project to do in 2016, they give you the projection for 2016. Yes. So I don't want to deal with 2016.
Randy,
I want to deal with 2015 actuals.
Randy, the document that he's speaking to says that total dependable capacity in 2015 is 3,170. The figure I have here is 3,190. 20. Peak was 2,281, and that even includes an 18% reserve margin. So why were we sleeping in darkness?
I've just proven to you.
Why were we sleeping in darkness?
Holding a concocted document.
How is it concocted?
The 900.
Why were we sleeping in darkness?
The 900.
When there was installed excess generation.
So Bobo, let him answer.
That is another education I will give to you. Not him.
Okay.
When they say installed capacity, that's not what gives you the power. So Akosombo has an installed capacity of 1,020. But because of hydrology, if the dam drops to a certain level where you can get only 375, there's nothing you can do about Akosombo. There's nothing you can do.
Randy,
so if you go and take a
dependable capacity at peak Akosombo in 2015 was 900.
But
not the 1,020 that is making reference. So let's not even go there.
No, but you're saying that the dependable capacity was 900.
900.
And what they actually gave us was also 900.
Yes.
It's
900.
So is this document is this document on the Energy Commission's website?
You know
what you are reading for?
Let me provide another education. Let me provide one last education.
Okay.
Please do. When they say dependable capacity, it means that all things being equal, it can give you 900. You see, the 1,020, you
it's
never
installed.
get.
That's
but you don't
capacity.
get installed capacity.
Yeah.
Nobody gets installed capacity.
Right.
It's like a vehicle. They say the vehicle has a rated kilometer on the dashboard
260.
of 260. You don't run 260. Maybe what you can depend on is say 200.
220.
So the 900 you see, he's brought it here.
Yes.
Is that all things being equal?
Yes.
If Akosombo is to function well,
this work can
you
give
get
you
900.
Okay.
Then
there's what he actually
then
gave you.
What you say the year has ended. What was Akosombo actually able to give you?
Yes.
That is the 375. It's here. See, it's here. Hydropower plant, Akosombo, hydrology, installed capacity 1,200. Average dependable 900. Average available.
Yes.
That is what is available for you.
Yes.
375. I beg you,
Randy,
in God's name, don't do this again.
Whatever.
I think the second time.
We will continue until the debate is settled. Look.
But let me deal with the issue. There are a lot of issues I want to deal with. One was even of Tinder I wanted to. No, but you can't do this.
Wait. You made a statement allegation. You need to deal with it. Look,
JJ, in a minute, just a minute.
to suggest that this figure is concocted,
yes,
I take strong exception. Because the fact that you have year-on-year, the fact that you have year-on-year report on the website does not mean that you cannot extract the year-on-year in an Excel to do an analysis.
Yes, but it must be consistent.
I'm saying that this document is from the Energy Commission.
If he did not try to use this to impugn Mohammed's credibility.
But it's a matter of fact. The World Bank has said that you have a World Bank document.
fake figures.
I haven't brought anywhere
to impugn the integrity of President Mahama.
Look, I have a World Bank document.
Won't use contempt figures.
Wait,
to impugn President Mahama's
document that demonstrates
answer this question for me.
Any contradiction that you had excess capacity in 2012, 13, 14, 15, all the way. In fact, look at this.
Answer this question for me.
Please.
Why does the Energy Commission today, the 6th of February 2024, why does the Energy Commission have on its website this document which indicates that in 2015, Hydro provided Akosobo provided 375.
Now I have to find out, and I'll ask them.
But so find out before. What you are referring to.
I'm saying to you that this document came to me from the Energy Commission.
No, Ejapa, just hold on. Ejapa, just hold on. I'm saying that if you go on their website today, this document that says Akosobo gave us 900.
Everybody even knows
just
that.
Hold on, just hold on.
This document,
just hold on.
What's the point?
No, for me, Ejapa, for me,
wait.
And members of the public.
I'm speaking to the members of the public.
Hold on. For me and members of the public, we go to the Energy Commission's website today.
Yes.
It has a document there which tells us that in the year 2015, Akosobo gave us 375. That is what is there this morning. Now, this document that says that Akosobo gave us 900,
yes,
which you have told us you got from the Energy Commission, it's not on their website. It's nowhere where we can publicly access. What is there that we can access says 375.
Not a problem. I'm saying that if this analysis is wrong, the Energy Commission is wrong.
Fine.
So I'm saying, please.
I won't argue.
But besides this, this is a document, Ghana power generation capacity and peak demand, clearly showing you that between 2010 to 2013, when Bui came on stream, our peak demand relative to our installed capacity, we had excess. When Bui came on in 2013, you can look at the graph here.
Here's the World Bank document.
World Bank document. And then in 2015, when they decided to add...
He's reading it wrongly.
When they decided to add more capacity, and the red line, you can see. Okay? I'm saying that throughout the period that we slept in darkness, it wasn't because we didn't have installed capacity. In fact, all that they added, it was only in 2020 that we began to consume some of it.
Okay.
That is not to say that, for example, car power started running only in 2020, right? Because you had the gas take or pay liability. And so you needed to necessarily run the gas plants that you had brought in. What then it meant was that some of your existing plants were rendered redundant. In fact, Ameri has not been turned on since 2021 to date. But it's there. It has never been turned on one day. Right? Because we have sufficient enough generation in the system.
Come back to the issue.
All right. So please.
All
right. I'm diverting what? So these are matters of fact.
Okay.
I'm giving
so
you
let's now hear JJ on all the other issues.
I'm giving you figures.
Let's hear you.
Go and check.
JJ, let's hear you.
If you want an energy debate, I will engage you.
JJ, let's hear you.
You know I will deal with this issue.
Let's hear you.
Andy.
Yes.
Let me give you another fact.
Okay.
What is this whole debate about deficit reporting? See, in economics, your deficit simply means the shortfall. That shortfall, you have to finance it. So you go to finance
between revenue
and expenditure. Okay. You borrow to finance it. When you borrow to finance it, the deficit then translates into your debt. So your deficit is a function of your debt accumulation.
Yes.
So we said that the way you are underreporting the deficit, it will give you a false impression that you are doing well. Report the deficits. And like you said, maybe year one, you didn't anticipate. It's understandable. 2017 or 2018, it's understandable. But when in the subsequent year, you yourself stated in the budget that you have to engage in some energy sector payments. And so you are budgeting this amount for it, and yet you go and report it below the line. That's deception. It's straightforward. Look, these things, you can't beat about the bush. And so as we were talking, I quickly went to the IMF website. That the IMF agrees. If they agree to be in their budget, it will be in their statement. Listen to what Ken Oforiatta said. And you know why he was doing that? Because in 2018, Act 981 put a cap of a fiscal deficit of 5%. So to beat about it, he came and reported the end period, the overall budget deficit on cash basis was 4.5% in 2019. Now listen to what the IMF put for 2019. 7.5. 2020 provisional was 9.5 and then later revised to around 15%. So what he's saying is completely false. This is the IMF statement, official statement on their website. Not even what somebody said on a radio station. I was on the station, he never said so. He said that they've engaged government. Government says they want to do double reporting. But they are interested in the final reporting, which is this 7.5. So where is this issue? This is the IMF official doc, it's on their website now. And they say because of information technology, you can always check the facts. Now your economy, I have the figures here, and last year's debate, I spent time on the GDP growth rate. Our 8 years and their 8 years, we did better than them. That's a fact. It's a fact. Our 8 years, we did about 6%. They are doing about 4%.
On the average.
On the average. But that's what you can only do. You can only pull them together, strike the mean, and the mean here will be the average. If your economy is doing very well like you claim, you are growing well, your deficit is good, your currency is good, how do you default? Look, the default is not just a matter of debt to GDP ratio. Japan's debt to GDP ratio is over 100%. The challenge is the debt service component of your revenue. Because when you get your money at the end of the month, let's take the Randy, myself and you, I owe 10,000, you owe 50,000. But you pay only say 1%, I pay 20%. With the same amount, there will be pressure on me than you. Those are the things we're raising with them. They won't listen. Look, he says IMF. When we saw that things were getting bad, President Mahama advised us, look, let's begin to engage the IMF. Dr. Mahama said he doesn't know what he's talking about. Was that not the case? Viewers are watching. When we suggested that, look, things are getting worse. You can see the trend. It's not good because you do what you call a yield curve analysis. And when you look at the yield curve, it wasn't good for us. So let's begin to engage them. They came to Parliament and said they are not going to IMF today. They are not going to IMF tomorrow. Even a month or so before they went to IMF, the finance minister went and said that Joseph and Caleb or whatever, when they went to the promised land, we are the naysayers, we are a proud nation, we won't go to IMF. Lo and behold, you land us into an IMF program. And today you come and say that it was Mohammed's debt. Muhammad didn't inherit President Kofo's debt.
He didn't say only Mahama, he said all debts.
Yes, did President Muhammad not inherit all debts?
Yes.
Why did he not do a haircut? You see, in economics, it's also about your revenue. President Muhammad never had 3 oil fields. You have had 3 oil fields. To the extent that in 2022, you got $1.4 billion. The highest ever. 1.4 billion, not dollars, oil revenues. That's what accrued to you. And if the same oil sector gives you some burden to pay, even that 2022 will consume all the gas. I have the seaboard report here. I have the report here. In 2022, there was no excess capacity for gas. 2023, there was no excess capacity for gas. I have the report here. I can quote copious. Look, I read these reports. I take time. I don't do these things on a lighter note. So don't come and put this conjecture here and deceive us. It will not work. Energy sector levies. They told us it was obnoxious. That was one of the reasons why President Mahama lost. Not only have they took it hook, line, and sinker, they've increased it. They've gotten about 26 billion from it already. So managing an economy...
Energy sector levy.
Energy sector levies alone.
But it was supposed to be used to retire energy sector debts.
That is it.
Has that been done?
It hasn't been done. To the extent that in the 2019 one, the finance minister borrowed money out of it to pay pensions.
To pay pensions?
Pensions. I raised issue at the committee hearing. So we are in this mess.
So hold on. Let me understand something. You say that about 26 billion cedis has accrued in this account.
Yes.
and that money has not been used to pay the energy sector.
The money, the money has not been used for its intended purpose. They've borrowed some of the money. It's in the report. They've borrowed some of the money. It's in the report. It's not. It's the finance minister's report, not my report.
No, but if the particular levy is accruing all these monies, why do we have all this debt still in that sector?
We'll settle this matter here.
Yes.
Look, there are several factors. One of them is that the losses has moved to 31%.
From
about 22.
Okay.
It's moved to 31, almost a 10 percentage point increment. That's a huge quantum leap. Another one is the exchange rate. Your dollar has depreciated so much. The other one is that you pay for some excess capacity. Like they've signed AXA. You've signed AXA, haven't you signed it? 370. And he says they will need it in a certain year. So they don't want them to decommission, go and come back. That's the logic. The logic is that we don't need it now. Who told you must necessarily use AXA? Who told you that I need power in say 3-4 years? So I want to commission AXA now, and I'll be paying capacity till the 4 years. You say, oh, you don't want to do decommission and come back. Who told you must necessarily need AXA? Why don't you do a competitive tender and say that, look, I will need you in 2024. So let's begin to plan towards that. So they come and give us some cock and bull stories. They told us that capacity payments were wrong. We're all in this country. Today they are paying the same capacity payments. As for NPP, when they pay excess capacity, it's right. As for NDC, it is wrong. Look, you will not blame for President Mahama for your economic mess. You knew the state of the economy when you were inheriting the economy. You've made unprecedented revenues. Even this so-called COVID you are talking about, all the revenues you got from COVID, you are not paying the interest. President Mahama will come and pay the interest, and the facts are here. All the monies. You've taken over 40 billion from the Bank of Ghana, and you've wiped it off. That alone will pay this debt you are talking of. Yeah, the money you borrowed from Bank of Ghana, almost 57 billion. That alone deals with all this debt. So what's your cry? Has Togo and Benin borrowed 57 billion from the Bank of Ghana and refused to pay? Have they done that? Tell me whether Togo, Benin, Nigeria, they went to the Bank of Ghana and got Bank of Ghana to print over 50 billion for them. Today they've had to use OMO to mop it up. And you know who pays for that? That's a transmission mechanism. It's me and you. Anytime they print money and they pump it into the economy in a reckless manner as they did, it is you and I. Because that money, that paper money is not backed by value. So you see inflation escalate to 52%. Meanwhile, your salary is the same. So Ghanaians, you are complaining, you are suffering, not because of COVID. It's because of the bad management of the economy under Dr. Baumia as head of the economic management team. He got the Bank of Ghana to pump so much money into the economy, and it's wiped away all your money. As if that is not enough, they then come and do a domestic debt exchange and wipe away your interest. As if that is not enough, they impose a COVID levy, pollution levy, emission levy, sanitation levy, financial sector recovery levy, energy sector recovery. Why? Is that why we voted for you?
You got this government
to mess up in this monumental proportion, to show such a level of incompetence,
17 taxes that you have imposed on
having done all this, having imposed
baffling,
such level of unprecedented hardship on the people of Ghana, having taken us through this quagmire of painful, difficult moments, you then go and whitewash Dr. Baumia and come and present him.
Even Mr. Mahama, you are whitewashing.
This man, vote for Dr. Baumia. To be a curse on this.
Ghanaians will see whether it's a curse, whether it's a curse on this country.
Let's wind up on this.
Or that it is not a curse.
Let's wind up on
like
this.
Like I said, yeah, sure.
Let's wind up on the issue. This whole VAT on electricity, what is the status? You are Deputy Energy Minister. What's the status today?
My understanding is that Cabinet has directed that it be suspended while some engagements with IMF is carried through. Because it's part of the revenue measures that were approved as part of the program and accordingly passed by Parliament. Well, I guess that the minister indicated, because this law has already been passed since 2013. Okay, I said that For some reason, the NDC decided not to implement it, even though they went to Parliament to pass it. The government took a decision that if we needed to mop up some additional revenue to pay some of the bills that we're incurring, then let's implement it. I suspect that they had conversations with IMF prior to the 2024 budget to include the revenue from there as part of the budget. And so if arising out of the agitation, government sensitive to the cry of Ghanaians has decided to suspend it, it would mean that some alternative revenues or some expenditure cuts will have to be rolled out to take account of that decision. And so obviously, because we are under the program and because we have committed to ensure that we bring the economy back to good health by strictly adhering to the program conditions, as opposed to what our friends did that 18 months after the implementation of the IMF program, they had not achieved being one of the benchmarks that they themselves had signed on to.
He wants another match. Let me put the data for you. Always speak for it.
Okay, we have committed that we are going to, as it were, abide by the tenets of the agreement that we've signed. And so the President has directed, Cabinet has directed a suspension, while some engagements with IMF.
So let me understand this. How different is what you have just explained? And I asked for this explanation because I'm getting mixed signals. Now, how that this Cabinet decision, how different is it from the directive issued through a statement by the Ministry of Finance last week that it has directed ECG, NEDCO, and the others to hold on to the implementation of the VAT on electricity, whilst it engages organized labor for a buy-in. That was the Finance Ministry's position, a statement issued.
Yes.
Subsequent to that, organized labor said that nothing short of a letter directing the complete withdrawal of that tax handle will prevent organized labor from hitting the streets. That was what happened last week.
Yeah.
Now, if the Cabinet decision is a suspension for further engagement, it does not depart from what the Ministry of Finance issued, which organized labor said was unacceptable.
I think it's different because the Finance Ministry wanted to engage with the labor unions for a buy-in. Okay, what it then meant was that the Ministry of Finance still believed that the rollout ought to take place at some point.
Yeah.
Cabinet says engage the IMF, okay, to see how we can deploy some and critically expenditure cuts, okay, because if this revenue is intended to fund some expenditure item, then a cut in expenditure will mean that you've dealt with that, the need for the rollout of that particular tax handle. And so let's see how the engagements go. Obviously, we are in a difficult situation. I'll be the first to admit. Government would be the first to admit the challenges that we are facing as a country, and the need for us all to work together to ensure that we come out of this. I will urge my friends to listen to the advice of the LPG presidential candidate. Okay.
What's the LPG?
Apalu. Okay. This voodoo politics of Baumis fails, so I come to power. That's Apalu's advice to Mr. Bahama and your party. This voodoo, we say witchcraft politics of Baumis fail, so that I come to power based on your failure. That's not augur well for our country. Right. Okay, nation building requires that we are constructive, and I welcome constructive criticism because obviously government can never be perfect. Okay, you have issues with some decision making that you roll out, but if the criticism is constructive, regardless of what it is that you may say, oh, but when we're in power, this is what you did to us, and so it's a question of tit for tat. Then it's an unending cycle. But we need to progress. Okay, we need to make a forward march towards nation building. And so I take the view that yes, let's engage. Let's see how it is that we can cross this hurdle, if you like, so that we can put our economy back on track. And I always say that look, a government that obviously didn't believe in nuisance taxes, that then when it came into government reduced and abolished 17 taxes.
No. Taxes on 17 items.
No. Not taxes on 17 items. Yes. Oh, please. Why 17 items? Well, name the items. Name the 17 items.
I mean,
the excise duty was reduced on some commodities.
Yes.
Right? Not
so
only
on
that. No, I have it all here.
Yes, please.
Rami, I have all the tax handles that were.
I'll be happy if you really.
Yeah, I will pull it for you.
So
okay.
But I'm saying. Who pays the tax on Kari?
Wait.
When the parliament pays the tax.
Wait.
And 17 taxes were never.
And so now, of course, we'll come here again. This is not the last time that you and I are going to engage on this program. Right. We would always come back, okay, so long as we have life. Okay, so I'm saying that clearly, if there was no need for the introduction of some of these taxes, it is obvious to many Ghanaian observers that government would not introduce them. But if we get to the point where some of these things are necessary, then it's.
You heard about emissions. Some people, even including your party people, and there are people who are even asking the difference between pollution and emission.
But you said we'll come back.
And then there's no life. Then there's no life insurance.
You will come back.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll come back.
So that's where we are. I will urge that we are accommodating. Right. Government will always engage our good friends in labor.
So my understanding from what you've said is that government's position is that the VAT on electricity must not happen. However, it wants to engage the IMF on how to find the alternative source. Whether, and you're saying that government is more predisposed to maybe a cut of expenditure.
Absolutely.
To deal with what that shortfall will come. That's what he said.
That's not even possible.
No, I'm saying that's what he said.
No, but
why can't you cut?
I mean, let me just provide some education. You see, the ECF has some targets.
What is ECF?
Extended Credit Facility Agreement.
Okay.
The ECF set some targets, and they've been very, very technical. That your debt to GDP must meet a certain threshold.
Mm-hmm.
You can easily increase your GDP. When you increase your GDP, your debt to GDP does what?
It drops. Yeah.
They added another caveat that your tax to GDP must also meet a certain threshold. So when you increase the GDP, your tax to GDP falls.
Your debt to GDP?
Your debt to GDP falls, but your tax to GDP also falls.
Okay.
Which is, you're not meeting the criteria. I don't know if you get my point.
Yes.
So it's a two-way balance. You can't, what normally you call the impossible trinity in economics. You can't achieve the two by manipulating the GDP.
Yes.
So when you go and cut expenditure, it doesn't address the issue of your tax to GDP.
Okay.
It's not an issue of deficit.
Yes. No, I get it.
The issue is tax revenue as a percentage of GDP. So when you cut the tax that you are imposing on electricity, another tax handle must go up to make up. I don't know if you get my...
Either through a revision or an introduction of a new
something.
Okay.
Something somewhere must give up. Something must kill a man. So as for the tax, whether we like it or not, some way, somehow, it will come. And you see, government is being cautious. They can't just announce an abolition of the tax. They have to go to the IMF for approval. That's the hard ball. That's what they are trying to do. So I don't know how they're going to achieve that. Haven't signed on already. And you say their criteria, they keep ticking. They keep ticking. So it's a difficult ball.
Quantitative and
quantitative. But in 2019, the government was able to engage the IMF and get the IMF to waive some things for them to get out of the program.
No, but in fact,
even this program, the government was able to get the IMF to treat some conditions precedent as conditions subsequent.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but that's the engagement. That is the engagement. I'm saying that there are things that at staff level you can agree. You can tweak
something,
But
achieve the same.
Okay.
But when it's a major one, which will affect the overall objective of tax to GDP, it's very difficult to just tweak.
Yeah.
They don't mind if you don't tax electricity, but then you have to tax somewhere. That's what I'm saying, to meet that threshold.
But of course, you can also improve tax efficiency to achieve.
That is it. But that's not what you told them. You've told them your tax efficiency measures. They look at it and say, no, we don't think this is feasible because we've been seeing this is not happening. Like property tax.
Yeah.
It's something government touted. Yeah, it's good, but the IMF says that no. Looking through the crystal ball, we don't think that this is feasible. And having done a trend analysis, we don't think you'll get there. This is the hard one. Hit it. So life insurance that we're paying and all this emissions levy and all that, strictly speaking, is supposed to meet the tax to GDP ratio. Because even emissions levy, when we realized we were losing the vote, we then said, okay, let's set up a dedicated account, put the money there, and use it to promote like electricity, e-vehicles. Let's set up stations. So if you have Fiscal, for instance, you can set up a station, some big hotels, where people, when they park, it will encourage EVs. But government's point was that, look, it's a revenue thing. You want to commingle it with the consolidated fund spent. And we're even insisting that we want some breakdown and expenditure returns on pollution levy. They couldn't really give that because they commingle. So the real intent is to meet an IMF target or objective, which for me is quite difficult because...
Jay, on that point, I guess that it's also useful to add that the incentives that government then gives for the importation and assembly of e-vehicles, okay, by way of waiver of taxes on those, in itself, it's some revenue loss, right?
No, but that is when people bring it in.
Yes, but that's
so,
the whole rationale.
And I'm saying that if I bring an e-vehicle here, I don't even have a charging point.
But people have some.
And that is capital intensive. So I thought that government...
What they think about it, that if I'm going to Kumasi, what happens to me?
You see, so that's why we're pushing that, even with the
process, we need to start.
We could then like Nkoko, here, when people go to eat, maybe at the various joints, you put. That's
so
what
is this thing about
investment
using things that we believe we ought to be promoting and we need to be pushing as tax handlers, knowing very well that we don't intend to use the revenues for
that is the problem, right? And you've hit it on there. So you come and say pollution levy. And I'm asking myself, what's even the difference between pollution levy and emissions levy? What's the difference?
Emission is the child of pollution.
Well, that's not pollution. If I'm taxing you for pollution, I'm taxing you again for emission.
I suspect that the PFMA itself, okay, has some, and even the Constitution has some role in the decision making about setting up separate accounts when it says all tax revenue must go into, say, the consolidated fund.
No, the PFM doesn't say that.
Okay.
For instance, there are other tax revenues that goes into some dedicated account. Just that you operate what you call the single treasury account. The single treasury can be different this year, but you have a holistic view. So it's a tax revenue like VAT. It's specific. Get fund. It's specific for get fund. It's a tax revenue. NHI is for NHI.
But it all goes into the consolidated fund.
No, but I'm saying that that's a single calculate. But then you know this is how much.
You can calculate how much has gone in the component
but the pollution levy is commingled. It's commingled.
Yes,
so
like all public funds.
But you know is 15%.
Because the get fund law and the NHI law and all those things, even though it's been breached, the law is clear.
Yes, it's
when you collect, do ABC.
Transfer within this number of days.
But these ones don't have that.
No, it's commingled. It's treated as
possible.
All the funds available to government, and government will tell you that government funds are fungible, and so they can just move them. But just on the lighter note, 2016, September 29th. Listen to what the IMF said. The team met with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Finance Minister Setekwe and other senior officials, following recent progress in implementing the IMF-supported program. You hear the opening statement?
Continue.
Including the passing of... I mean, look, so I'm just telling you that, look, as the IMF, sitting government, when you are with them, they always praise you. The very day you people leave, you wait, on 7th January when you hand over, they will write a love letter to us.
So, but it's interesting. Over the last week, on this debate about the timing of the election.
Yes.
Right? I was asking that, you people say you are in so much of a hurry to come and save Ghana, yet you are afraid of early elections.
No, but there's a reason.
How is that the case?
Maybe I'll just let it out. January, 7th November.
You are in so much of a hurry, yet you don't want early elections. I thought that you want elections to be out.
Wait. 7th November to 7th January is quite...
Yes. Japan can do a lot of things.
It's not as if this idea is being mooted today. It's been mooted in the past. And you guys are saying that it should be deferred to 2028. But that one, at the time, when they were. No. And they are time they were. So this is symbolic excuse. Don't throw it out.
But the state says that not all emissions, on the issue of emission pollution, it says not all emissions are polluting emissions. For instance, plants emit oxygen into the air as part of photosynthesis. Emissions of gases or particles that have a negative impact on health and the environment are considered pollutants. Air pollution can come from both natural and human-caused sources. So it is not all emissions.
I know, he's getting technical.
Yes. Well. Okay, but he says that we should keep this as the regular Tuesday pair. Yes, he says we should keep this. Yes, and he says that
sometimes it's my time.
Yes,
sometimes it's my time.
I didn't want man to finish.
He says that the negotiation skills of the finance minister is why the president has kept him at post. Upon all the talk to sack him, he's the master tactician. He will talk to the IMF for a breakthrough.
You know something? We've been pushing to get the agreement with the Paris Club. We still haven't gotten it.
When you say you, who do you refer to?
Even Atifosan hasn't gotten it.
When you say you, who are you?
The minority. The minority. So you don't have an agreement?
It's the MOU. That's my...
No, but I want to see the document because I'm told that there's something called the comparability clause.
Yeah.
And that comparability clause,
which is what?
Says that now what you've agreed with us, you know, they are now going to engage the Eurobond holders, which is the bigger one, individual commercial bond holders. The Paris Club and China are saying that what you've agreed with us, don't go and give them
better.
It
must be same or less.
It must be same or less.
Okay.
And based on the last meeting, His Excellency President Mamacha, you know, he chairs these meetings to be in preparation. Yeah. So.
Because I hear you share the post.
You are hitting the ground around here.
Somebody who needs honeymoon.
We mean business. Don't worry.
The honeymoon is a period for chasing stolen cars. And stolen lands.
They should bring all of them.
But that's not what he said. They got the economy. I need honeymoon.
Anyway, so just for Olivia, we'll see if we can continue next week. Thanks for joining us. Up next, GFG Trends.
MTN.
Stadium feeling, wow, damn. Everything 12 January, I copy him say about Afcon every year. My Afcon and Soja call. I won't feel Hisense TV, Afcon TV, and a sound system. Yatisu say who? A Hisense Afcon double promo. Yeah, best you Afcon beer. I love Afcon beer. Shall clear our Hisense and the Afcon TV so. Sadam Yedida. That's a commentary. Nusu Chagua. Clear our Hisense sound system so. Bora Hisense showroom bia. Na ube uza ya TV and the sound system so. Esan Afcon inti. Sa uto ade wa Hisense ya. Wasumu Jones. Hisense nkwa na ma 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Sa Afcon radio. Yama ni je no anya double. If we say Hisense will hama mo. Hisense. Ya de wanna to football. Esan football inti. I said she shake a crow home.
Customer.
Nada bena minka me papa.
Ucha say.
Me try 10 Ghana.
10 Ghana.
10 Ghana cedis.
Na no dia, say na obenya.
10 Ghana cedis no. Me dia. Me 54,000 Ghana cedis.
54,000.
540 million.
Yeah, the one na me try me die is kase.
Yeah. And then I get it now. Now, Boki. Draw on our sass here. Mammy, you volume.
Customer, one of our daily lucky winners. Dial *946# to play now. Or you can also play online at www.gamepackgames.com. Game Park is regulated by the National Lottery Authority.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Time to check out what is trending on social media with Desi, the star boy. Desi, good morning.
Good morning, Doc. Good morning to our viewers. This morning, in the trend, Sam Joe, the Honorable Sam Joe, the NP for Ningo Pampram is trending, and that's because of his the questions that he was asking yesterday at the PAC system. He's been asking that for quite a minute, and yesterday the NSA boss, National Sports Authority boss, and his team were at the meeting, Charlie. The questions they come left, right, center. Honorable just they hit like that. And people say, wow, Honorable twice. So that is what is getting me in the trends this morning. So let's take a look at some of the comments that have been coming in with respect to him. Some are really, a lot of people are saying that Honorable you didn't force. John says that this will be more interesting past SMQ, the laughing emojis. Thanks to Honorable Sam George, the quiz master. Kenneth says, whoever decided to put Sam George in the committee made Ghana a very good service. Some necessary questions are being asked. Okay. And Atoyanka says 3 people like Sam George in opposition and watch the governing party sit up. All right. And Papaya Kelly says Honorable Sam George Rambo style. Are they feeling rough? Okay. So those are some of the comments. This one says forget politics. Honorable Sam George is a national asset. Let's protect him. I guess wanted to say that. So that's been the PAC setting happening, and the Northern Regional boss of the NSA, like you did trouble inside. They say for a few things, you know, and the question about their crash course being used for the BIM concert. 70K, like the man the answer no. And Shada Massa. Look, you follow that?
I watched yesterday. I think a key thing is that You know, the Auditor General's Department was there.
Yeah.
And the Public Accounts Committee, through its chairman, so therefore it's Parliament which is actually taking a decision. They have directed the Auditor General to conduct a special audit on the National Sports Authority.
Well, we'll see how that will pan out. But we're still connected to football. What is trending this morning also is hashtag Save Ghana Football. And that has been going on because on the 14th of February, we don't go trouble on demonstrate. So that's it on your screen. Save Ghana Football now is also the hashtag going on Twitter. You find that on Facebook also. It's just everywhere talking about hitting the streets to demonstrate against the people who handle our football, the sports ministry, the GFA, all of that, and a lot of people are actually putting the hashtag that they are going to be coming out on the 14th. That's a week tomorrow. Yeah, they'll be coming out to protest and all of that. So we'll see how that one will also pan out. The interesting stuff coming in after the Black Stars came out from there. Well, anyway, connected to that though, today is just a year when Christian Achu, or when the earthquake in Turkey happened, that in the life of Christian Achu and many more others. 1 year about £10. Hey, wow. I was going to say something about it. Look.
Right.
They say 1 year, Obi will crank Banedi 1 year. Wow. Interesting.
Yesterday was the birthday of one of our most ardent viewers.
Okay.
He's been with us from early days. He's now Professor Eric Bruce Amate Jr.
Professor Eric Bruce Amate Jr.
of the Takrady Technical University.
TTU.
But he's popularly known as Manche Bruce II.
Manche Bruce, oh, okay.
Yeah, Manche Bruce II. Yesterday was his birthday.
Oh. Oh, fine, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Maybe show.
Oh no, when you go look for him.
Yeah, I'll go look for him.
He'll give you a treat.
On a weekend, because last week or last 2 weeks. Yeah, happy birthday to you, sir. Thank you always for
if you go and misbehave on his campus, he'll deal with you.
Misbehave.
You understand what I mean?
Oh, but me, I just go.
Finish.
I just go. Show face. I just go show face. Nothing else. But this Valentine's Day, we've got something amazing coming up. Last year we did it was amazing. This year, it's love in the air. Doc, we're asking a simple question. How did you meet your partner?
Okay.
We are not asking ourselves. We're asking our
Oh, no, you can ask me.
I should ask you?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You can ask me.
No, tell us.
How did I meet my wife?
Yes.
I met my wife through a mutual friend. Yes, yes.
At
the mutual friend had come to see me, and then she came with a friend.
Okay.
And I saw the friend, and I fell in love with her.
So this is the one.
So now you.
Somebody told me that.
How did you meet your partner?
Somebody told me that when a partner is draw.
Answer the question.
He was sweating.
I've answered mine. You to answer yours. How did you meet your partner?
WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group.
You were in a WhatsApp group with her.
Yeah.
Which WhatsApp group?
I think we're going to do some activation on campus.
You were then on campus?
Yeah, I was done with school.
Okay.
I was done with service too. So I think I was working at ATLFM in Cape Coast.
Okay.
And we do some activation.
So how many years ago? This was when?
Watch out.
How many years ago? How many years ago?
That's like almost 5.
5 years?
Yeah, watch out. Okay. 5. Yeah.
It's what you implant 5 years. What did that you implant 5 years?
Don't make me laugh. So you saw that on the screen. So all you need to do is to send us a video. Tell us how you met your partner. Yesterday we got a video. Hey, dog, tomorrow I'll bring that video. So, Kiki, I don't know if you can find the entertainment review somewhere there, but send us the message, a letter, or you could also send us a video where you tell us how you met your partner and all that, and you put it to the number. We have a number on there that you can put it. Let me just grab the number real quick, and then you stand the chance of winning. You can win a weekend treat at a 5-star hotel, a romantic dinner night. Or you can get some tickets to Uncle White's play on Val's Day, right? So these are many more that we've got for you. Love in the Air on Metro Television. Efo is ready with this video. Let's watch Efo.
Yo, hello everybody. This is your boy, Efo Mafia, the only mafia from Volta region. See, today I want to tell you how I met my fine bee. What I say, my lover. You understand? See, one faithful and a special day, I went to visit my school daughter. What I say. Whilst I was sitting in the house, I see some fine girl inside skinny. The skinny too tight and fine, so you go see in it. You go see everything and penetrate. What I say, we are busy. My school daughter say, oh, what fine girl with this? He say, oh, even sister. I say, oh, your sister. Then, oh, Charlie, I make interested. Wait, so make I not do that. Oh, since then I dey go their house every day. Nah, I do when she started respond to stimuli. What you say? You there? Watch out for the next one. That be all and how it
If they are not married and the lady's father is watching.
Mafia. He said, "Oh."
Then she responded to the stimuli.
He said, "Oh." So the number is 054-839-0970. 054-839-0970. So send your message, add your name, your location, your number, and we'll go through some selection process and choose the top.
Will they have to add the picture of the partner?
Oh, that one there.
So how will you know which one they are talking about?
Okay.
Well, the 5 years we're talking about is in reference to Kumasi, right?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yes. Yes.
It's not a reference to Kumasi.
Yes.
The one who works at the lab. Is she not the one you're talking
yes,
about?
Yes, sir. So they should add their pictures to it?
No, I'm asking.
Okay.
If you don't think they should add.
Oh,
so that we know that they are speaking about this specific person.
This particular person. Because if you bring... Okay. All right, so we're just waiting for your messages, your letters.
Work in 5 years.
When
there?
On that note, that's it for us today. See you tomorrow.
Anyway, so up next to Metro Sports.
Good Morning Ghana is brought to you by MT